Every month, across the globe, billions of dollars move through digital arteries. Salaries get credited like clockwork, the lifeblood of the modern workforce. But beneath this rhythm of reliability, a shadow moves. What if some of those salaries should never have been paid? Welcome to the silent bleed of the corporate world. Payroll fraud isn't just a mistake. It's one of the costliest, most calculated hidden scams inside organizations today. Often, it's not committed by hackers in dark rooms, but by the very people trusted to manage the systems. Stay with us as we uncover the biggest payroll fraud tricks and how salary systems are secretly manipulated right under the nose of management. This is a journey into the dark side of HR and finance. To understand the scam, we must first understand the system. The payroll lifecycle is a complex machine involving HR data, attendance logs, tax calculations, and final bank disbursements. It relies on a chain of trust and dual controls. But where money moves regularly and predictably, fraud finds its window of opportunity. It's a game of numbers where the smallest oversight becomes a massive vulnerability. In the next few minutes, we'll dive into the specific techniques used by insiders to siphon off corporate wealth, starting with the most classic trick in the book: the creation of a person who doesn't even exist, because where there is a process, there is a way to break it. And in large corporations, those gaps are bigger than you think. Imagine an employee who never misses a day, never complains, and never shows up to work. This is the ghost employee. This trick involves creating a fake profile in the HR system or keeping a terminated employee's record active. The salary is calculated, the bank transfer is triggered, but the money is redirected to a secret account, often controlled by an HR or payroll insider. It sounds simple, but in large organizations with thousands of staff, a few ghosts can hide in plain sight for years. Without physical verification or strict audit trails, these digital phantoms can drain millions from a company's bottom line without anyone ever noticing an empty desk. They are the perfect employees because they don't exist. If creating a person is too risky, the next trick is simply expanding time. Inflated overtime is a common scheme where actual employees collude with payroll staff to record extra hours that were never worked. It starts small, an extra hour here, a Saturday there. But over months, these paper hours inflate the payroll budget. In many corporate cultures, overtime is seen as a sign of dedication, making it the perfect camouflage for theft. It's a manipulation of the trust placed in supervisors to approve logs. When the approval becomes a mere formality, the system becomes a buffet for those who know how to edit the digital clock. Extra hours lead to extra payouts, all funded by the company's lack of oversight. Then there is the direct approach: unauthorized salary changes. This involves an insider with administrative access to the master data. They might temporarily increase their own salary or that of a co-conspirator just before the payroll run, only to revert it back immediately after. One field change, one digit added, can cost the company thousands in a single month. It requires high-level access and a deep knowledge of audit cycles. These manipulators know exactly when the auditors aren't looking. It's a digital sleight of hand. Now you see the standard salary, now you don't. The complexity of modern ERP systems often acts as a shield, hiding these minute changes under layers of technical data that few managers truly understand. Complex pay structures are a fraudster's best friend. Allowance abuse exploits the various benefits companies offer: travel, housing, medical, or education. By creating fraudulent reimbursement claims or manipulating the eligibility criteria for these benefits, employees can significantly pad their take-home pay. Because these amounts vary every month, they are often less scrutinized than the basic salary. It's the art of hiding a mountain in a forest of paperwork. Fraudsters rely on the volume of transactions to bury their tracks. In a sea of legitimate claims, one or two fabricated ones go unnoticed. But when multiplied across multiple months or departments, these minor leaks become a financial flood that threatens the ship. The most dangerous form of payroll fraud is the inside job, specifically collusion between HR and finance. Most systems have dual control, where one person enters data and another approves it. But what happens when the enterer and the approver are in on the scam together? When controls depend entirely on the integrity of individuals and those individuals choose to collaborate, the system is defenseless. They can bypass alerts, delete audit logs, and mask transactions with ease. It's a betrayal of the highest order, turning the company's own security measures against itself. In these scenarios, the fraud isn't just a technical failure, it's a structural collapse of corporate governance that leaves the organization bleeding from within. Then there is the exit leak. When an employee leaves, their payroll should stop immediately. But in many organizations, communication between HR and payroll is slow. Fraudsters capitalize on this delay, intentionally keeping a resigned or terminated employee on the payroll for several extra cycles. The money is paid out, but it's not the former employee who receives it. It's the person who forgot to update the system. It's a crime of omission, framed as a simple administrative oversight. By the time the error is discovered, the money is long gone, and the paper trail is cold. It's a common tactic used during mass layoffs or restructuring when systems are under stress and everyone is looking elsewhere. Access is power. System access risk occurs when payroll staff have God-level permissions without proper monitoring. This allows them to create, edit, and approve transactions without any second pair of eyes. Often, this access is granted for emergency purposes, but never revoked. Manipulators use these privileges to perform late-night system edits, far from the prying eyes of supervisors. Without a robust system of privileged access management, the keys to the kingdom are essentially left in the lock. Monitoring who logs in, when they log in, and what they change is the only way to prevent this silent sabotage. Because in the digital world, the invisible hand is often the one doing the most damage to the vault. But fraud always leaves footprints. This is where audit discovery comes in. Modern forensic audits use data analytics to spot patterns that the human eye misses. They look for duplicate bank accounts, round number transactions, or changes made at unusual hours. When you run a cross-check between HR files and payroll disbursements, the ghosts start to appear. Analytics can reveal that two different employees share the same bank account, or that a new hire was added and paid on the same day without any documentation. Detection is about connecting the dots that fraudsters hope will stay separate. It's a digital hunt where the prize is the company's integrity and the recovery of stolen wealth. The damage isn't just a few dollars. Small manipulations, when repeated across hundreds of employees and dozens of months, create a massive cumulative loss. This leakage eats directly into the company's profits, affecting its ability to reinvest, pay bonuses, or even remain solvent. For some firms, a major payroll fraud can be the final blow that leads to bankruptcy. But the impact goes beyond money. It destroys employee morale when they realize that while they work hard, others are stealing from the pot. It's a poison that spreads through the corporate culture, eroding trust and creating a climate of suspicion. The cost of fraud is always higher than the stolen amount. It's the cost of lost future. So, how do you spot it? Fraud always has red flags. Watch for payroll staff who never take vacations. They might be afraid that their absence will lead to the discovery of their schemes. Look for frequent manual adjustments to salary data or a sudden spike in overtime during slow periods. Are there missing or weak supporting documents for reimbursements? Is there a lack of segregation of duties where one person controls the entire process? These are the early warning signs of a system under threat. Recognizing these footprints is the first step toward prevention. A culture of questioning is a company's best defense. If something looks too complex to understand, it's often designed that way to hide the truth from you. Prevention is about building better walls. Strengthening controls means enforcing strict segregation of duties. The person who hires should never be the person who pays. It means regular surprise audits and the implementation of automated alerts for any master data changes. Moving to centralized cloud-based payroll systems with robust audit logs makes it much harder to hide manipulations. But above all, it requires a commitment to transparency. Good controls protect both the company's money and its reputation. They ensure that every dollar paid is a dollar earned. By closing the digital gaps, organizations can turn their payroll from a vulnerability into a symbol of corporate integrity and operational excellence. Secure your systems or lose your future. As we've seen, the most sophisticated fraud isn't always complex. It's often just an exploitation of routine and trust. Payroll fraud doesn't begin with professional criminals. It begins when routine processes stop being questioned and when "that's how we've always done" it becomes the standard. The secrets of the corporate world are often hidden in the most mundane places, like a monthly salary credit. By staying vigilant and asking the right questions, we can protect the integrity of the systems that keep our world moving. Because in the end, truth is the only control that can't be manipulated. Thank you for watching our investigation. Keep your eyes open. If you want to uncover more corporate secrets, like, share, comment, and subscribe to Corporate Secrets. Join us as we dive deeper into the shadows of the business world. Your support helps us bring more of these hidden truths to light. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest investigations. Until next time, stay vigilant and keep questioning the system.